I'm streaming. Hey everybody, welcome to Fab Fit Friday. Do you notice anything different? Anyone? Basically, I've been cleaning all week. I've gotten rid of a lot of things. I have organized a lot of things, and I've also took a few things out of my room. So I had a vintage sewing machine. Jeannie says it looks clean. It does look clean, but the reason why it looks clean is because I turned my table. I was dying to see if, putting it lengthwise with the lengthwise of the room would make a better fit. Oh, Carla says I look amazing and I have lipstick on. I think those are chapped lips, actually. I don't have any lipstick on. I didn't even put any makeup on at all. Hey, Lorna. Hey, Sylvia. Hi, Diane, Janie, Scott. What am I saying? Janie, Sharon, Scott. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hey, Sally. Hey, Joy. Welcome. You'll notice I have a little bit of a different back view. That's because it's not cluttered because you're looking at the wall that used to be on the side end of my table. I pushed my table so it's going lengthwise with the lengthwise situation in the room. And I'm excited because I may be able to figure out how to get my serger in the shot without having to pick it up and move it. And then also I may be able to, oh, am I looking a little fuzzy? I may be. Let me just, hold on one second. I have let me just use my sweater. Let me see. I've been touching everything. Maybe the lens on my camera was a little gunked up. So basically what I want to show you here is, let me see, how can I show you? I'm going to pick this up and show you. So basically what I did was, if we look over here, there's my back view still, okay? And then here is the window with my organizer. And then here is me against this wall. And then I cleaned back there as well. So that's nice and neat. And so that's how my room is now. There's the door. And I think you can see across the hall. That's the room where I'm putting backup stuff. Mary says, I love it. I'm forever using my clothing to clean stuff off. I know. All right, so basically here is my dilemma. There is my big camera. It's on a big jib. See the big jib, right? And it's there. That's my table shot. Then I have these two lights that are mounted on the ceiling. So there's one, there's the other one. And before I move my table, let me just clip this back on, hold on. Okay, so before I moved my table, I had one light on this side of me and I had one light in front of me. So now that I moved the table, I still have the light that was on the side of me is now in front of me, and the light that was in front of me is now on the side of me over there. So I still have both lights. The benefit of this configuration is I can walk around the table if I slide this puppy in when I'm not using it. So the cool thing is this table, I think I can show you. If I take my serger and just put it over here for a second, you can see I can slide this. Oh, all the locks are on. Hold on one second. Let me just take the locks off. I don't know if you guys know this, but cabinet furniture come with wheels that have little locks, and if it's locked, it's very hard to push. So now watch this. If I slide this in, see, I can slide it almost completely out of the way before it hits the other side. So basically I may keep this here. Oh, I can do this, watch. I can slide it away like this. So when I'm not using it, I can walk around my table. So I'm kind of excited about this as being a possible thing to do in terms of my new organization. Let me just put this back over here. Okay, so I'm happy about that. Let me just stop inside. Let me just stop and say hi to, oh, I said Mary, Victoria, Sylvia, Jackie. Oh, it's dull, wet, and gray in England. I'm so sorry. We're actually having sun here after like 10 days of complete murkiness. Amy Appleseed, hello, excited to catch you live. Yes, I'm so happy you're here to catch me live. Hey, Janet, welcome. Yay, you made it live. Oh, Tina says she's already exhausted. Well, I'll tell you, this project is starting to get on my nerves. I want it to be finished in January, and I'm still working on it. Let me show you now, even though it's a plus for this, I'm going to pick up my camera angle. Oh no, a little bit. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to this view. Oh yeah, I got to pick up my camera. So when I'm on this camera, I can pick up the angle and I can, oh, maybe I don't need to. Hold on. This is a, oops, yes I do a little bit. So let me just do it like that. So I can zoom right in. Okay, whoops. All right, so that's going to have to be a minute for me to get used to the angle for this. But my bottom line is I can, in fact, get this so it's like if I want to share what I'm doing on my Serger, you can see that if I had the light on my Serger, this would be a pretty good angle. Okay, so having this table here is I think going to be good for teaching when I need the Serger. I can put the sewing machine on the table right next to it here, and that way I don't have to get up and down to move things around. So I am excited about having the Serger right there. Here is the problem though. So I tested that and I liked it. Now I'm going to put the angle of the lens all the way back down again over there. I want to show you what happens if we look at my table. Oh, let me just see what the weather is doing here. Oh, Sharon and Jackie are both in England, south and north, and it's dark there. Okay. All right. Can you plug everything in where you are? Yes, I can plug everything in. I can move my surge protectors and the plug that I was reaching is actually right behind my seat now, so it's actually closer because it's actually, I don't know if you can see it. Wait a minute. Can you see my plug? Wait a minute. Honestly, there's the plug. See, you can see it. So I have a plug. That's really convenient. But here is the issue that I'm having now. Watch this. If we're looking at what I'm doing at my table, I haven't been able to figure out how to get a good angle, because if I'm showing how to do pattern work, it's upside down for you guys. Now I can take this, I can take my view here and I can literally flip it in my software. So now it is right side up like that. So I guess I could just flip it, but I guess what I want to know is, looking at this and looking at the angle of the table and the camera, is this a bad angle for you guys to watch me adjust things? Like if I were going to show something, like if I were going to, of course I don't have any of my tools, I took everything off my table, but my point is, like if I were going to show some things on here, does this angle bug you? Does it look like it's crooked or on like on a slant? So I want to know if you guys think this is a good angle for me to teach with as a table shot. The one cool thing is the camera's in front of me now, so it's not going to catch, you know, my nose and my cleavage and my hairdo when I'm, you know, close to it. But I just want to make sure like this edge of the table here doesn't bother you. Yeah, see, Amy is saying it's a little disorientating. And I kind of agree with her, even though this is right side up. I think it is. Yeah, it does feel awkward. Thank you for verifying. I agree with you, ladies. Let me just put it back. Oh, Diane says I'll get used to it. I know, but I want it to be right. I don't want to like be like making this yucky. So let me just flip it around again here. So if I see, because I'm upside down, so you can see now I'm upside down because I flipped the image. Let me see. Let me put it back here. I'm just gonna put it back to, okay, so now it's right side up, but it's upside down. So this is the one thing, if I'm going to use this angle, I need to figure out how to work with it. Like I can't work upside down. That would drive me nuts. So I'm going to have to figure out how to get this view to work to teach with, because the pieces are upside down to me right now. I know, Janie, this is better. But if I decide to keep my chair on this side of the table, it works for the lights, but I have no room to put the jib unless I play with it some more. So I'm going to think about it some more. I'm also going to ask, oh, Tana's asking if I could get it on the other side of the table. I might be able to put it over there. I might be able to. All right, so Diane is asking me if I could sit on the other side. Oh, Amy, I would love for it to be over my shoulder. All right, Diane, this is why I can't sit on the other side. Here is the other side of the table. Let me show you in the big picture here. So here's the other side of the table, and that light is right above it. Like I can't sit there. It's too close. Because those are mounted to the ceiling, and I really don't want to have to ask my husband to change that. So I'm trying to work with it so I don't have to change it. So basically, I mean, the other option is I could use the big camera as my face camera over there, and then I could mount this camera somewhere where it shows my table shot like this. Oh, see, that's even doing it upside down. Wait a minute. If I have it like this, oh yeah, I could do it. Oh, these are upside down. So if I do it like this, maybe I could use my face camera, mount that somewhere behind me, and have that be like that maybe. Oh, Tana, close your eyes. I'm going to put the camera back and I'm not going to move it again. I get motion sick too very easily. I'm so sorry. I'm going to stop moving my camera. Okay, so basically I just need to figure out the logistics of these two cameras. That's what I need to do. I like the F3 for looking at the Serger. And I like having, for some reason, this angle makes me bigger. I don't know if I'm sitting closer to it or whatever, but you know, I could get another camera and have that be my table shot and maybe mount it somewhere behind me. But the bottom line is I think I like this orientation better because, again, the long side of the table or the long length of the table is going in the same direction as the long dimension of the room. So that's what I'm thinking. Oh, Sally had to move her head a little bit to get the pieces to align right for her brain. I understand. I totally agree with you. I flipped it on the monitor and then I'm like, that's yucky. It doesn't look good. So I'm not going to do that. But I think this has a lot of potential to be a better setup for what I'm working on. I mean, you know, because this is a challenge. I have to be able to have a shooting orientation. So when I'm teaching and when I'm on live and when I'm shooting videos, I'm set up and ready to go. But then when I'm off camera and I want to work in my room, I want it to be more efficient. And I think this will be more efficient because I can walk around my room and I can use my whole table versus having it tucked. Like this part of my, you know, this right here was where the end of my table was in this corner right here, and I never used it. So this is going to be more convenient for space on my table to use more of my space. Oh, so Bertina wants to see me. She wants to see me working. All right, let me just see here. Let me see if I can plug this in. I do have a plug right here. Okay, so let me just plug this in. Okay, so it's turned on. And then let me just show you. That is a good point, Martina. Let me just show you how it would look if I were actually serging something. I'll just use this muslin. Here, we'll pretend I'm serging this muslin, and I'm going to, oh, see, Amy says my table is in a corner and I'm wasting the corner space too. I'm really trying to prevent me from needing to do that. So let me just pick this up a little. Let me just switch my view so I can get back to the serger. Let me zoom in here. All right, so if I've got this nice and, I think that's sharp. All right, so now if I'm sitting, my camera isn't any higher. All my cameras are the same height. They're all on the same thing, so the camera height has not changed. But let's say I just wanted to show something on the serger. Okay, I could, you know, put it in. Let's serge this. See, so I think this is going to be a good view. Is that as big as close as I can get? All right, that's as close as I can get for where it is right now. All right. So see, I think this is going to be really good for teaching because I can show all the things, right? And then if I were to open up my covers, right, I could turn it and show you, you know, everything I was working on here. And then if I wanted to show the whole serger, I could make it bigger. So I do like this for a view. Because the camera is sort of diagonally off to the side, it doesn't get me in the picture when I'm working here because the camera's coming from this way versus the other way. So I think this is a good view. And when I have the light on, I think there's enough light there. So I'm happy with that. That will work. But again, what's not working is all the times I'm on my table. So I need to bond with my husband to see if we can come up with a way to allow me to turn the camera So it's, oh, okay, so here's another thing. If I put the camera over there, I won't be able to get this view. Maybe if I put the camera more to the side of me over here, over there, no, over here, then I probably will be in the way of the view of the camera too. I don't know, I'll have to see. So that's, those are my quandaries now. See, because if I wasn't shooting and if I wasn't sharing on my YouTube channel and I didn't have to worry about all this orientation, I think I'd be done already, I'll be honest. So I'm going to go ahead and blame it on all of you guys. I'm only kidding. You know, it's having these two goals of having an efficient workspace and also having a good shooting space that's causing me my agita. Hey, Carol, welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh, Lorna wants to know about the lighting on here. There is no extra lighting. This is a Baby Lock Ovation. It has very good lighting. The Triumph has really good lighting. I think the Evolution has pretty good lighting too. I haven't worked with that one yet, but very good lighting on here. That's true. You know what? I could have more cameras because the way I work, I can just show you. I'll show you my back view here. So when I'm watching you guys, this is what I see. Okay, so basically, I can see you guys, and then I can see right here. These are my cameras, so I could have more cameras. And this last one is when I do Zoom. I have a Zoom set up, but I mean, I could have more cameras. And oh, Diane said it was quite dark when we were looking at you working on the Serger. Well, I can also add more lighting. The light, if you notice when I showed you the light that's in front of me, it's kind of crooked and hanging down. I have to screw that into the ceiling and get it to really stay. These are Kinofil lights. They're probably 20 years old, so they're not working as fabulously as they used to when they were brand new. So I can get more light. And maybe the solution is I do get another camera. Oh, Amy wants to know what the software is. Okay, so I use OBS, which is Open Broadcast Software. It's free online. So if you just go to OBS, or if you search obs.com, you can get this software. And what it allows you to do is it allows you to bring in all your cameras and then switch your views. So when I want to switch views, I just click a different view, right? So I guess I could have more cameras. The other thing I want to get rid of is the fact of when I'm on my table, so is my computer, and my webcam is on top of my computer, so it bounces. So I would really like to also lock down my shot. So that's going to involve either not putting my, oh, so see, that would be, okay, if I move my webcam to be my table shot, and maybe if I rig it so it's facing like down here on my table straight down, which would be a good angle, then my face camera will be my F3 across my table, and it won't jiggle when I touch my table. So maybe that could be a good idea. So rigging an overhead light camera might be a really good idea, Sharon. That's what I'm going to try for, I think. And Barbara says, the light on my Singer 1144 is too harsh. I had to put some press and seal wrap over the opening to make it softer. Yeah, sometimes bright light is not your friend. Like sometimes you do have to tamp it down. If you notice when I showed you the lights that were on my ceiling, they do have a white sort of, I want to say it's like a nylon ripstop cover that diffuses the light. Hey, Ashley, I'm happy you're joining. Do you like my new view? I'm on the side. I switched my table so it's going lengthwise. Where I usually am is over here, and my back wall is over there, and it's still as cluttered as it was before, but I've made huge progress in organizing. It's lead. Barbara, what does that mean? It's lead. But anyway, so I'm really excited. I don't have a lot of other things to talk about today because I have literally spent all week getting my room this far. The one thing I did do that I'm super excited about, I don't know if you remembered, if anyone watched my, and if anybody watched my, oh, LED. Dana says LED. I'm like lead. I'm such a silly. Sorry, Barbara, for me asking a silly question. Thank you, Amy. Yes, okay. I'm sorry. I'm a ding dong. All right. So the cool tool that I shared this week to organize my fabric is this Kylie in the Machine Fabric ID tape. It has all the information on here, a spot to put all your information, and check out Cool Tools from this week because I shared how to use it, but I was using a fine Sharpie marker, which was kind of fat. So now I ordered all of these colors, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have one color for each kind of fabric. So like, let's say black will be for my denim, or maybe blue will be for my denims, black will be for my, you know, cotton wovens, green will be for my knits, red will be for my linens, and that way they'll be color coded in addition to having all the information. Oh, Diane says, now I need an amazing painting behind me on the wall. Yes, I need some artwork back there if I'm going to keep it this way. I just have to figure out my camera situation before I can keep it this way. And the rub is, you know, I publish usually 2 videos a week, plus I'm live. So before I shoot Cool Tools and Fit Tip Tuesday this week, I'm going to have to figure this out. I may put everything back just to shoot this week's videos unless I can figure out how to get the angles of my, you know, the angles of my camera correct for both on the table and on the Serger. I will tell you that on Tuesday, I will have part 3 of efficient workflow for bodice fitting, and there will be a new companion PDF which includes all the information that I shared over the past few weeks that is shirt related, and all of the pink zone adjustments that I'm going to share with you this week coming up. And then I'm going to do a whole sleeve. The 4th part will be all about the sleeve. I realized it was much easier to complete all the adjustments that you need on your front and back bodice, making sure the armhole is correct, making sure the shoulders are correct, everything is fitting, and then worry about the, you know, the sleeve. So that's what I'm going to be doing for Fit Tip Tuesday. And I also have a fitting related cool tool to share with you this week. All right, so let me just look back and see here. Joy says, I like the new layout that gives you more flexibility when you need to get around the table. Thank you, thank you. Barbara says, I like to hang cloth mural. They're really cheap online. Ooh, maybe I can use, remember I showed that tapestry made somewhere. My husband's uncle brought it back from one of his travels. Maybe I can frame that and put it on the wall. That might be a cool thing to do. Lorna says, I just bought these here in New Zealand from Wellington, New Zealand sewing store after watching your video, and it arrived yesterday. Yes. Oh, I'm so excited that you were able to get this. The Amazon link that I put is sold out. So I'm going to go back in and put in Kylie and the Machine's direct link in Australia. And also I spoke with Kate from the Confident Stitch this week, and she's going to start carrying this in her store. So when she gets it in her store, I'm going to put a link to that as well. So you can get this tape. I really like this tape. I'm excited about it because I think it's going to help me organize. But one thing that occurred to me, did I throw it away already? Hold on one second. I think I threw it away. Yeah, I did. I had a whole bunch of swatches. If you remember from the summer, I had swatches that I cut out from fabric I bought at Fabric Mart Fabric. If anybody buys fabric from Fabric Mart Fabric online, look at the label that comes with that fabric. It tells you everything you need to know. So technically you wouldn't need one of these if you just kept the label from Fabric Mart Fabric, because I found all my swatches when I was cleaning, and it tells you everything, how many yards, what it is, care instructions, all the whole 9 yards. So that was kind of cool. Oh, a picture of my fur babies. Oh, I took my fur babies for a hike this morning before I started cleaning again. They needed to run around. That would be a good idea. Maybe I can get my fur babies up there. Sharon says, anyone in the UK can get the tape from Minerva. Go to Minerva if you're in the UK and get some of this tape. It's really cool stuff. And I really like the way the Ultra Fine Sharpie markers work, because they're very thin. And the thing about these markers is they're really only good for writing. If you start coloring and drawing with these, they don't last very long. So these are gonna be my exclusive pens for writing my labels on my Kylie and the Machine Fabric ID tape. All right, so that's really what's happening over here. I wanted to share and also test my angles on my cameras, and I'm really glad I did, because now I realize I need another angle. I need something from the ceiling or something from the wall behind me that I can shoot down, in front of me. And then I think I'm going to be really good. I like this much better, this angle. Again, it's just going to be a matter of fine tuning that light that's hanging down crooked, getting it up there correctly, and then fine tuning where I put everything. And if I could possibly get my face camera off my table so we don't have to have this all the time, that would be better too. So I think I'm just going to call it a short one today, because I want to keep cleaning and I want to discuss a few things with my husband about the lights and the cameras and everything. But I feel like I am finally making huge progress. I'm really hoping next Friday I'll be able to share a complete tour of my room with all of my angles and all of my camera. All of my camera angles are going to be good. My light's going to be good. And I'll be able to share some things. I do have a couple different storage options I have not brought in here yet. So as I start to really fine tune the layout of my room, I will share with you some of the like sewing cabinet things I have to organize, and some other things, so we can put all the clutter away. One of my frustrating things about cleaning, every time I clean something, I make new mess. So, my closet is perfectly clean, but some of the stuff that didn't go back in there is still in the I don't know what to do pile yet still. So I really want to wrap this up. So I'm really hoping next week will be the finale. Oh, Diane says, thank you. You made huge progress. Thanks for sharing all of this with your motley crew. I love my motley crew. I don't know what I would do without you guys. I really appreciate you guys, checking in with me and keeping me accountable. Because honestly, if I had not made this the topic of Fab Fit Friday, it would never get done, because I have so many other things I want to work on. It's killing me. Like, I want to make pants. I want to sew things. I want to work on my pants fitting book. I want to do a whole bunch of things I'm just not doing until this is done. But once this is done, and this is going to be the payoff for you guys, one of the things that's going to benefit us is sometimes I work in my studio and I'm working on something cool, and I might take a picture of it and then post it on Instagram. But once my room is clean, I can get my little Lume Cube ring light out, and I could shoot live either on Instagram, or I can shoot live on my YouTube channel. And then I can share what I'm doing just impromptuly if I want to. Almost like behind the scenes at J Stern Designs. I can share all that. But I haven't because it's been so cluttered. So that's the payoff for this. I'll be able to share more of what I do if I'm working on something cool, because I won't care to just share everything because I won't have a cluttered mess. So that's the payoff. Tons of Banarkery says, tip, take a bar stool, make shelves on legs for storage, then clamp your camera to the seat back. Make your camera mobile. That's a great tip. That's a great tip, except I can see myself jiggling the camera that way too. I'll have to see. Look, I can jiggle the camera without even touching my table, just by bouncing on the floor in here. My table is on bed risers to make it easier on my back when I'm standing up and cutting on this table, so that's why I think it's rickety. Oh, Carla says, darn, I missed you again. Well, I'm still here. I was almost going to sign off, but I knew you were coming, so I waited a minute. During this episode, I just shared the new organization of my room. I switched my table. I turned it 90 degrees, so now it's lengthwise with the lengthwise dimension of my room. That was the big thing. Tiana says, I'll bet each of us has more than one project in the works. So much to learn, so little time. That is the problem. That is the problem. I have so many things I'm working on. I'll work on something. I'll put it aside. I'll work on something else. I'll put it on top of the first thing. Then I start something else. And then before you know it, it's a flaming disaster in here. So I want to prevent that. So I'm going to have spaces to put projects in progress. I'm going to have a lot of ways to keep me organized. And you know how I know? I don't know what's happening. I think my my blinds are slipping down. I think I hadn't hitched them up right. Oh, don't sit on the stool. Have it separate. All right, I got you there. Okay. Yay, Carla's here. Yay. Barbara says, I've been working on padding my dress form for 2 years, but there are skirt to make tops and there are things we need for Christmas. It would be helpful by organizing, but I need to triage. I know that. I feel you, Barbara. I know it's overwhelming to just do everything and clean everything. Oh, Mary. Okay, so if anyone is in my J Stern Designs Fit Sew Embroider group, Mary shared a new winter coat that she made for herself. She added pockets to it. It's amazing. So if you're in my J Stern Designs Fit Sew Embroider group, definitely scroll through the feed and find her pictures, because she shared it with us, and she did such a good job. And it looks so warm, I would expire if I had to wear it, because I'm always hot. And I, like, even today when I went hiking, it was 39, 40 degrees. All I needed were yoga pants, a tank top, a long sleeve shirt. That's it. Like, if I have on hot, heavy stuff, I just get way overheated. But I think it's colder where Mary lives. So, and she's much more slender than me. I have a lot more insulation on the inside. I think that's why I'm always so warm. Phyllis said, so much to do. Leggings, jeans, bias top, and still catching up. I know, Phyllis. Phyllis, bring your yoga pants pattern with you to the pants fitting workshop, and we can fine tune that while you're there as well. Okay? Because we'll have plenty of time for that. All right. So I think now that I've shared all this new fun stuff with you, I'm going to go and I'm going to keep making progress here. I'm going to have a meeting with my husband and see if we can figure out how to make more camera angles and over the top angle, and then getting my stuff off my table so it's not jiggling around. So there you are. All right, so I think I'm going to sign off, because now I'm starting to do my rambling thing I like to do at the end when I'm done talking. I know this is a short one, but I was very excited to show you my new layout here. And honestly, I probably wouldn't even have gotten this far if I didn't know I was going to have to show you. So thank you guys so much. Victoria's got to get herself all ready for a month in Florida. All right, good luck with that, Victoria. And Janie says the jacket was great. So Janie saw Mary's jacket. It is amazing. It is very, very cool. So definitely check that out. All right, so I'm going to sign off. You guys have a wonderful weekend. Oh, wait a minute. Lorna wants to know the name of the store in Wellington where you can get the, I'm guessing, get the Kylie in the Machine Fabric ID tape. Who had said that? Let's see. Oh, Sharon. Sharon, are you still here? If you're still here, is Minerva the name of the shop? I don't know. Oh, I wish I knew the name of it, Lorna. I would tell you. I'm scrolling back to look and see if someone mentioned that. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, she's asking if she can share it. I can't even read. I need new glasses. Yes, please share. Oh, Lorna, you can absolutely share the name of the store. I'm sorry, I'm not reading my glasses or whatever. All right, so Minerva is an online shop in the UK. Yay. And Lorna can absolutely share the name of the store in Wellington. The store's name is Miss Maud. I love that, Miss Maud. I want to go to New Zealand. Someone commented under my post from my pants fitting class that they wish they could come, but they lived in the UK. And I said to her, I said, oh my God, going to the UK to teach pants fitting is on my bucket list. Like, I would love to fly off to some of these other countries and teach pants fitting. That would be amazing. Maybe someday I can figure that out. And then I can go visit Miss Maud. That is such a cool name for a store. All right. So now we've got Minerva is an online shop in the UK. In New Zealand, you can go visit Miss Maud and get your Kylie in the Machine Fabric ID tape. Yay. All right, so now I'm signing off. So I hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. I'm going to continue to clean. I am going to be shooting videos this weekend. I don't have any teaching to do this weekend, so I'm going to get a lot done in here. So thank you guys so much for joining me. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a wonderful weekend. And as always, thank you guys so much for joining me. The one thing I want to say is my husband's always asking me to just say like and subscribe to my channel. So it's important to like and subscribe to my channel now, because remember, once my room is clean, I might just start streaming live off the schedule. And if you are subscribed and you click the little bell, then you will get notified if I'm doing one of these impromptu behind the scenes in my studio. So there you are. Oh, Mary says, I hope you have the in-person pants fitting class again. Just too much money needed at home right now. Oh, I know, Mary. It is an investment. But I will be doing more, and I may even do them around the country. Like, I may hop a plane, go to a hotel near the airport, and do some events that are closer to different people around the country, because it is far and it is expensive. So stay tuned. Sally says, Hearts Fabric has Fabric ID tape in stock. That's an excellent tip, Sally. Thank you. Oh, and Amy's saying, bye, Jen. Have a great weekend. Yay! Bye, everybody. I'm going to go now. All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a nice rest of your day, and I will see you again really soon. Thank you for helping me check my camera angles. I appreciate it. All right. Bye.